My name is Joe Saul. I'm an adoptee, a psychotherapist, and the author of Adoption Healing, A Path to Recovery.
In the very depths of our being as adoptees is a core fear, terror really, of being abandoned. While it's very rare that we were in fact abandoned at the beginning of our lives, our psychological experience when we lost our mothers was of abandonment. That was our initial trauma. Trauma victims always fear that the trauma will repeat. It happened once, so it will happen again. Our inner child is sure of it, so anything that smacks of abandonment sets us off. Major panic or anxiety attacks are frequent, and we usually have no conscious clue as to why. I call it being street-lamped. We can find rejection or abandonment anywhere at any time without being aware of what's happening. Even a smudge on the side of a street lamp can do it. We can finish a phone call with our best friend, and the moment we hang up, we start to think, her voice didn't sound quite right. I wonder if she's angry with me. Then we try to figure out a way to make a check-back call. Try to find an excuse to call back to make sure that she isn't angry with us, isn't ready to abandon us. We have a wonderful visit with our other, the person we lost because of adoption, and as soon as we leave, we have a huge panic attack. We think we are being abandoned because leaving them seems like it to our inner child. And what if we never see them again? What if they are angry at us? All this from the initial trauma, causing us to be afraid of it repeating. This can happen at the end of a date, going home, and thinking they won't want to see us again. This can happen if we change jobs or move from one home to another. This from our terror of being left, being abandoned. This fear of abandonment is usually the reason we were hyperactive as children. We are looking for danger, the danger being abandonment. We look for it everywhere. Even as adults, we live with a background fear, our inner child always on the lookout for that danger, the repetition of abandonment, and we're usually not aware of it at all. What can we do about this? Well, we need to start with a fact. We cannot be abandoned. We can be left, but not abandoned. To be truly abandoned, one has to be left in a situation or position in which one will not survive, such as being placed on a tiny island without food, water, or shelter. What happened in the beginning, even though we experienced abandonment psychologically, was not in fact abandonment. We were not left to die. We were taken care of. What happened in the beginning cannot happen again because we are not babies anymore. We are not children anymore. We need to understand this intellectually and then tell it to our inner child until she understands it 100%. We may have to say it a lot, but eventually she will understand, and she'll stop being afraid of being abandoned. We need to recognize that abandoned is not a feeling. Abandonment is an act, and if we think someone is abandoning us, we have horrible feelings generated, usually terror, rage, sadness, leading to a huge anxiety or panic attack. All this in the blink of an eye. If we can step back for an instant and think, am I really being abandoned? As soon as we do that and see that we are not being left to die, not being abandoned, the panic attack will subside rather quickly. When we truly own that we cannot be abandoned, our inner world changes in a miraculous way. We can stop being on guard all the time. We can stop walking around afraid of our shadow. We can stop walking with fear as our partner. We can start walking without fear. We can start to be truly free. We can be free. Namaste.